Today we're going to learn about puppetry. Now puppetry uses puppets, and I'm sure you know what a puppet is. Puppets have been around for thousands of years. We were using them before we could even read or write. We use puppets to entertain and to communicate with other people. I'm going to show you a few different types of puppets, and then we'll get started making our own. The first one I want to show you is a little hand puppet. Now this hand puppet, my hand is used for it, and it's able to show some movement. And I could tell a little story with this guy or do some fun little things. These are the ones we're going to make today. We're going to make a stick puppet, a little finger puppet on a stick, or I'll show you how to make a finger puppet that goes around your finger. And then you can use these puppets to tell part of the Nutcracker that was your favorite. Was it when the Sugar Plum Fairy came? Was it when the Nutcracker got hurt and Clara threw her slipper at him? I'm not sure. You're going to have to decide. But before we begin, let me show you some other types of puppets that we've had and we still do today. And I think you might even recognize some of the puppets we're going to look at. This here's a rod puppet, and the rod operates the arms. And here we have marionette puppets with strings, and people are operating the strings from above. These are our simple hand puppets. And here's a puppeteer you might know called Jim Henson and his crew of Muppets. Let's get started on making our finger puppets from the Nutcracker. Now I want you to think, what are some of the characters you know from the Nutcracker? We had Clara, Fritz, her brother, Sugar Plum Fairy, Mouse King, Nutcracker, and so many others. If you have one in your head that you want to do, I will show you the basic plan, and then you can make whoever you want. Let's start with our basic shape. For all the Nutcrackers, I want you to start with this basic shape. We are going to draw an oval for the head and then a body. And then we'll add details in it to turn it into Clara, Fritz, Sugar Plum Fairy, Mouse King, Nutcracker, whoever you wish to do. I'm using a marker. You should use a marker or a crayon. I'll probably make this as big as my hand. So I'm going to start with an oval. Make it big enough so you can get a face in there. If you make it too small, it's going to be hard to add those tiny details. Then from the side of my oval, I'm going to come down in a curved line, and I'll come down in a curved line, and then I can close this up. This is just going to be a finger puppet. So we're going to either hold it in our hand or attach it to our finger, so I'm not going to add all the legs. Now if I was turning this into, let's say, the Sugar Plum Fairy, I could add some hair, and maybe I'll add a bun on top of their head, because ballerinas usually have their hair in buns. I could give her a face. And then I can give her some arms and her ballerina outfit. Maybe she has a sweetheart line. The next one, let's try Mouse King. So we're going to start with the same shape again. We're going to do our oval. We're going to have a curved line down and another curved line here. Close it up. Now let's give our Mouse King a crown. So up here, I'm going to have two diagonal lines, and I can do my zigzag line. If you want to add another little detail, you can to your Mouse King. On the side, he's going to have two round ears, and then we'll give him a mouse face. And we won't forget those little whiskers. Now he is wearing his uniform, so we'll give him a couple arms, and then we can get a jacket on him. Maybe some shoulder pads with tassels. Let's go down and try to do the Nutcracker. Oval, shoulder, shoulder. I'm going to give him a crown as well. Maybe I go ahead and put some gems on the top. Now our hair, usually they have this fluffy hair, so I'm going to come down and do a couple zigzag lines. Usually they have an eyebrow like this with a curved line here. And then their mouth, usually they have scallop lines like that for the teeth, and then his beard. And we can give him a little mustache. We'll give him some arms. We'll give him some shoulder pads and some tassels and a jacket. If we were going to do Claire, I'll do one more. We're going to start out with the oval. Now Clara has some hair here. We can give her a bow. And then get it a little roughly. I think she had a little nightgown on at one point. Or you could do her party dress from the party scene. All right, next step, we can go ahead and color all our characters in. You can use your crayons. We're done coloring. I'm going to give you two options. If you have popsicle sticks or even a piece of cardboard, you can put your puppet here and use this. If you don't have that, I can show you how to do a finger puppet. Very carefully cut your puppet out. Then you're going to either tape, or we're just going to glue the middle here. Lay our craft stick down so you have a little bit to hold it. I'm just going to let that set up. Or let me show you how to do a finger puppet. Cut your puppet out. Now I'm going to need to get a strip of paper. Wrap this around the finger. So you want it to wrap around your finger. So I feel like this is probably going to be big enough for me. I'm going to trim this up. And then you can tape this close. So I'll bring this and make a circle, bring the ends together, hold it, and then tape it. This is going to go on the back of your puppet, and you can glue it or tape it. I'm going to let that set up. Now, while you can finish all the other puppets, but you could also bring back out your castle and set this up and reenact part of the Nutcracker. Or make up a new scene. Or you can do a new background. Maybe you want the background from the party and create a big tree in the back with an owl clock and have a story. And see what parts you remember and like the best. Then on your finger puppet, this is how it goes right around your finger. Have fun. Your own puppeteer.